right, here we go. Went to the Dallas Card Show, and I'm filing this report. They got me for $12 for parking and $15 for entry. And I went in a different way than I normally do. I kind of went in the back area, and this is the room that I was in for the entire time that you're seeing right here in this clip. I thought maybe it was just a smaller show, so I never left that room. Stand by. There'll be more on that later. As soon as I got in there, I saw this jersey, and in the lower right corner, it looks like it says Pich, even though it says Pick, because it says the number 8 Pick. Guy had it listed for $400, was going to sell it to me for $350. I don't roll like that, but I really wanted this because it looks like Franz Wagner wrote Pich in the bottom corner. I might regret this for the rest of my life, but I do not have that, and I'm okay with it. Towards the end, after I searched through all I did, and you'll see that at the end of this video, this is the list of all the stuff that's in the mystery pack that I bought because I had $40 left. So I did this, and then I forgot to take a picture of the wheel, which I also played in that room, and I won a Topps Super Box from this year's baseball, so that was cool. Then I looked down the hallway, and I started to recognize something. I went down the hallway, and I started to see more stuff, and that's when it kind of set in. Oh my God, I've missed the major room here at the Dallas Card Show. And sure enough, as I went down the hallway, I remembered seeing the last couple times I'd been there. There was the main room here. This doesn't even show the other 2 little side rooms. So there was 3 side rooms and then this big, huge room, which I never even went in. I just went in just to take this video to show all this stuff that I missed. I'll get them next time when they come back in May. Yes, sir, Bob. Now, I already told you about everything, the sights and sounds of the show. I've still got my wristband on here. Next show is coming up 14th through the 17th. Don't miss it. DallasCardShow.com for more. They actually do shows all across the country, so you don't have to be in the Dallas area. And look, they're not a paid sponsor. I just enjoy it when I go. I've been twice before. I went on this particular day, as I already kind of explained in the beginning of this video, but you're here to see now what I picked up at the show, and I am uber stoked about the stuff I picked up from a number of different vendors, and I was lucky enough to have some good fortune along the way. So let's get right into it. I'm just going to go through it as I went through the show at each station. So they're not grouped by type of card or anything like that. It's just sort of like when I bought each one. We'll keep those here in the background. Why not? So the first place I stopped by, I started looking through, thumbing through a little box, and I started to see a lot of these guys. The black and white parallels from the Topps. I just like these. I just think they're cool. So, of course, I got a couple of Magic players, and I picked up the Larry Bird as well. That's why I started looking through the box, because I started to see these. I saw the Wendell, and I was like, I bet there's more in here. Let me just start going through. And then in that box, I also found a Jace Generation Now and the pink Magic card from the group. And also found this Wendell Carter Jr., which is numbered to 49. It's hard to see there on the back, but normally wouldn't spend big on Wendell cards, but if they're numbered to 49 and it's $5, I'm in on that. Then I picked up this Thurman Thomas as well that I just saw and didn't have. But the whole reason I started going through the box was because I was like, saw this card in the showcase and knew I was going to get it. And that's a Cole Caulfield right there. Special Forces, graded to a 9. Not a super special card by any means, but a Caulfield 9 that's already been graded, I'm in. Like, it's a cool card. It's kind of like an acetate see-through on that red. And I just thought, what the hell? I don't have enough hockey graded cards in my case. I definitely didn't have any Caulfields. So I picked it up. I don't remember exactly what he charged me for this, but he did take a few bucks off. So if you're doing the math of all what's on there, I paid a little less than that for all these. So when I first went there, like I said earlier, I did get out $200 in cash, and I set aside $45 before I even went in to the actual show. So then my next stop was actually this stack back here. And the great thing about these is almost all these are in these magnetic cases too. So for $5, not only am I getting a card I want, but I'm also getting a one touch, which is great. So I picked up both of these Hot Stars from the Select of Paulo Banchero. This is the regular one, and then this is the one in the green with the green flames, because we all know flames can be green. I don't know, I figured why not? I'm into that. I picked up another older Larry Bird. I didn't have this one. It's in great condition. Um, I liked Larry Bird a lot as a kid, so once in a while you'll see me pick up some of these cards, and sometimes I hang on to them, sometimes I flip them. But he's a collectible guy. I think he's probably one of the best of all time, and he doesn't get enough enough respect. I picked up this Rashard Lewis card. They had a lot of at this particular stand. They had a lot of in-person autographs. Now I don't know if this is a real one or not, but for $5, I'm willing to take the chance that Rashard Lewis signed this one. They had a lot of different autos from different players. There was a lot of Vucevic ones too, but they didn't look that great. And we have some valid Vuce ones. So from a Magic perspective, I had to pick this one up for $5. I also grabbed this Bo Nix retro rated rookie. Just didn't have this one. Then I got this Micah Hyde. I'm not sure what that is called, but it's numbered to 275. I liked it for $5. I'm in on a Buffalo Bill. Then I grabbed this old Anthony Hardaway card, which I don't remember ever seeing. So I'm pretty sure I don't have it in my collection. Worst case scenario is I do have it, and then it moves over to Kyle. This was some sort of subset from Fleer 94-95 that I just don't feel like I've seen that card, so I picked it up. Look at this. Look at this. Jace Richardson, franchise fabrics from this year's Topps for $5. I mean, I'm in on that. Why not? That's good times. And then I also picked up this Andrew McCutchen. It's numbered 100 of 125. I'm in no means in the business of collecting Andrew McCutchen, although I respect his work. I just felt like I could probably flip this and get more than $5 for it. So I'm going to try to put it on eBay and see if I can get, even if I get 10, 15 bucks for it, that'll be a little higher. I think if I was a Pirates fan, I'd really, really want this card, and I'd easily pay 15, 10 bucks for that card. So that was one of the only cards I got with the intent of trying to resell it. So again, I had that whole stack of cards right there. And then the guy, I think he had said 35 bucks I paid for the whole stack. So that's a deal all day. I'm feeling pretty good at that point. I was smart enough to bring a box this time, so I could put my things that I got in a box as I was walking around. So my box was pretty full, and I was feeling pretty good. And then I found a cool vendor in the corner that had a lot of old stuff, And I went over and I started looking through it, and I realized that they had almost every old baseball card that you could think of. So I went and started looking for some Expos. I'm trying to collect every Expos card ever made. And this 76 Topps, I have a hard time finding ones in good condition. I already have some of these. I have Tim Foley for sure, but this one is in much better shape than the one I have. And these were all 2 for $1. So and there's Steve Rogers, by the way, who was, a star in the day. But I just wanted to get some Expos for my collection. I wore my Expo shirt, my Expos hat to the venue. So that was a great corner to get in some conversations about some older stuff. And then I hit their hockey box where I picked up this Ron Francis. And I just think this is a great card. It's in good shape. It's very cool. Hartford Whalers. For $1, I'm getting it. Rajon Uhl right there of the Canadians. And then this may be one of my favorites. Ken Dryden for $4. First team All-Star. The card looks like it's in phenomenal shape. I love this card. I don't think I really have a lot of Ken Dryden. But for $4, a card in that shape, I'm in it all day. And look at this steal, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Ray Bork. 81, 82 Topps. Look how old the PSA grading was. This was done so long ago. But an 8.5, nothing to write home about. But cool, a graded card of, an NHL legend. This is after his first 2 seasons in the league. And for $6, why not? I really like this move, especially when I got to this point. I was running a little lower. I wasn't big time in the money, but I got a lot of good stuff at that booth, a lot of good older stuff to add to my PC, and I'm really excited about those ads. They're very, very good. Then let's see, what did I do next? I did this. I walked by a guy that had a bunch of old football stuff. Very old football stuff, and we got into a conversation. We were just talking about stuff. I told him I was a Broncos Bills fan. He had a lot of these old stickers from years past, so he's looking for a Broncos and a Bills one. He only found this one. It's from 1978, which is the year before I was born, so I paid a couple of bucks for that. Just thought it was cool. Just a cool thing to add to the collection. I like to find weird stuff like that when I go to places, and that was it. So then I had about like maybe 40 bucks left, and it was kind of like, all right, what am I going to do? And this is one of the things that I did. This is a mystery pack, which will be a separate video coming up. You'll see that after this airs. It will also be up. It is a baseball pack, so I picked 11 in honor of Ryan Zimmerman, one of my favorite baseball players of all time. And I feel like there's a graded card in there. The list of what is possibly in that I took a picture of, and I'll put it up on screen now. Hopefully I have that technology. I've been getting better as time goes on. But there it is. You can see what's in that possibly. And that'll be a separate video that we open there. Then after that 20 bucks spent on that pack, I went and did a $20 wheel spin. And the $20 wheel spin said super prize. And the super prize was a super box of Topps 75. So even though I just opened one of these on the channel recently, here is another box that I got for a $20 spin. Like the worst thing you could get on there was really like $10 of credit at the store or at the table. So I was like, why not? And it was cool to get, win a prize. There were some nicer prizes on there for sure. But a super box of Topps 75 for the 20 bucks I paid to spin that wheel, that's a deal. And that will be a separate video as well, where I'll probably go through the base pretty fast. But yeah, that Dallas Card Show was great. Like I said earlier, I missed out on the main room, which was probably better for me because it kept my costs a little bit down, just being in one of the sidebar rooms. But man, I got a bunch of great stuff for my PC, and I'm really excited about it. As excited as I was to be at the show and enjoy the fun there, I was also excited to come home, make these videos, share these with you, check out that mystery pack and the super box of Topps. And man, the card collecting hobby is amazing, and you really get a feel for how big it is when you go to a show like this. Again, it's like the third time I've been to one of these shows. They're the biggest shows I've ever been to. If you're at all interested in cards, sports cards or collectibles, there was definitely Pokemon and all kinds of other stuff there. Any kind of trading cards, go check out a Dallas Card Show. They're a great time. That was what I got when I was there. And go check out those other videos if you want to see what's in those other two, the box and the mystery pack. And